Hello and welcome back to RS Thinks. In this video I want to talk about the cars that I'm actually considering as a replacement for my Leaf here. You will have seen over the last few videos that I've put out that I've been trying to test drive things to sort of like make my mind up and see what I want to get next. You would have seen that I really raved about the Polestar 2. Money no object, that would have been the car that I would have gone for, but as like everybody, money is the object. I've narrowed it down to 3 cars. There's 2 that I've driven and 1 that I haven't. Well, I say I haven't, I kind of have. It would be getting a new Leaf, but the 62 kilowatt version. Obviously I've got 40 at the moment, so I've always said that whatever I get next has to have a larger battery than the 40. The other cars would be the ID.3 and also the Peugeot E2008. Now those 2 cars I've driven, you've probably seen the videos. If you haven't, I'll link them in the top. So starting with the Leaf 62, now it's a Leaf, it'll be familiar. I'll probably generate some good content on there, going on like longer drives where before I've not been able to go in the 40 kilowatt Leaf. The only thing that kind of puts me off a little bit is the CHAdeMO connector. Now the 62 kilowatt Leaf will charge at, I believe, 75 kilowatts, but when you look at Zap Map, there aren't many CHAdeMO chargers around that will do that speed. So my thoughts around that is, I looked at the map and the places that I would want to go, that I'd want to visit, so for instance going to my parents, going to visit friends and things, there aren't any 100 kilowatt CHAdeMOs on that route. So for me to get a 62, yeah, I can drive a bit further, but you're not going to be able to charge it at over 50 kilowatts on a normal drive in places that I go. So I think that's kind of going to discount the Leaf. Also, I've kind of been there, I've already done that kind of thing, so the only content I could get out of there that would be extra would be maybe the journeys and just seeing how they compare. Fitting out accessories and things, I've kind of done that already to my car, so to do accessory videos, I don't think I would get much mileage out of that. And also, I would kind of be bored with getting the same car again. Every car that I've ever had, I've always got like a different model. I've never had the same car twice, and I kind of want to stick with that, because to have another car for like 3 or 4 years that I've kind of already had, and also the Leaf is looking a bit old in its design now. There are lots of cars that are looking better, that I just think will be sort of like nicer to have, or offer like a better value thing, and also I can get more content out of those because I haven't done anything with them yet. So let's move the Leaf to one side and let's discount the Leaf. So we've got the Peugeot E2008, which I've also had a test drive of as well. Again, I made a video of it. That's a very nice car. If I was getting one, I'd go for Elixir Red with the black roof. I'd probably get the GT line spec, which is going to change to GT spec next year because they're kind of altering the way they're going to classify the vehicles. And I've been looking at prices of them, and I could get a good deal. So the guys in Hatfield that lent me the car originally, they've come up with a price for me, very competitive price. So that's in the list. The only thing that would put me off with that is it's a 50 kilowatt battery, so it's only like a 10 kilowatt hour more than what I've got now. Yeah, I know the usable amount of battery is probably going to be slightly less anyway, but if I'm comparing 40 to 50, then it's only like a 10 kilowatt increase. And it'll probably mean that on the longest journey to my parents, I would probably still have to stop anyway. And not sure about the residuals on that as well, because it's a French car. I've had French cars in the past, and they usually drop their value quite quickly and quite aggressively. So that's another one that I'm still considering that one. And then the other one would be the ID.3. So I've had that as well. I've had that for a week, so that was a longer test drive than the Peugeot. And even though I had my issues with the car, I think most of them would be sorted out with software updates and things about the APL being quite thick and impairing visibility. Is it a big thing really? It probably isn't. You'll get used to it. But my main concerns would be the software issues at the moment. I know he said that I'd probably wait 6 months or so before getting one, if I was to get one, because by then all the software niggles should be sorted out, or would hopefully be sorted out. But at the moment, there are some fantastic deals going on with the ID.3. So across all the specs of the car, from the life to the style to the family, there are heavy discounts at the moment from the dealers. Now this is probably because VW have some kind of deadline where they've got to lower their output of their emissions across the range of their cars. So the more that they can sell, the more that's going to lower the range, the less the fine is going to be that they're going to get. Hence all the deals at the moment. So I haven't discounted the ID.3 either. So that just puts the Peugeot and the ID.3 into the running for my next EV. Now to get an ID.3, I'd be looking at probably the family spec for that. You get the glass roof, which is always good. My daughter's always said she wants a car with a glass roof, and she's always kind of put out riding in friends and family's cars with glass roofs, and gets out and says, why can't we have one? And they're usually a little bit more expensive. So a family one would be perfect, because glass roof comes as standard. I'd probably be looking at the Moonstone colour, because that was quite nice, and also it's the free colour as well. And then I'd probably look to get there's some cheaper alloy wheels called East Derry. They're black ones with diamond cut parts on them as well. So I'd probably be looking to get that. So just to summarise, it'd be an ID.3 in Moonstone family edition with the East Derry alloy wheels. So I know there are deals around for that particular model, and as I said, all the models in that range as well. Now both cars have CCS charging as well. So when you look at Zap Map, for instance, you can see that there are hundreds of CCS chargers that are over 50 kilowatts, and a lot of them are on the routes that I go to as well. So making the decision to go to CCS, I think, is a no-brainer based on CHAdeMO. Also, the next Nissan EV that's coming out, the Nissan Ariya, the SUV, actually comes with CCS as well. So that's another reason for me to think that CHAdeMO may not be supported as much in the future as CCS when they're rolling out new chargers, because at some point there won't be many cars being made new that need CHAdeMO. So that's my reasoning behind that as well. So only time's going to tell which one I actually go for. It's a couple of weeks before Christmas now, and the deals on the ID.3 need to be done, I think, before the end of the year. The deal I've got in place with the Peugeot would probably need to done like a similar time as well, just to get the order in. That car would need to be ordered. It wouldn't be coming from stock, and it would probably arrive January, February next year, all being well. The other spanner in the works for that one would be Brexit. So Brexit is supposed to happen at the end of the year as well, and there are talk about prices of cars going up by up to 10%, maybe 15%. So if I want the Peugeot, I kind of need to get that in around now with the order. The ID.3, there are lots of them in the country, if you believe the news and what the dealers are saying. So it's just a case of matching you up with a car that's got the spec that you want, and then just arranging to go pick it up. Now, I've looked at dealers in my local vicinity. I've been using CarWow for both cars actually to try and find the best deal that I can. And as I said, there are deals out there for both of them. So it's going to be one of those two cars. It'll just be which I think will be better, and that's the one that I would probably go for, I think. So if you subscribe to the channel, you'll know that I've had my Leaf for just coming up to 3 years now. I've done just over 16,000 miles, and the price I've been given for part exchanging has been about 16 grand, which seems a little low compared to what the dealers are putting them out at. I've actually seen one on Auto Trader, exactly same spec as mine, a 67 plate, which is the first part of 2018, and it was a 2.0 in black, no extras on it, and it was for sale at £19,500. So from 16 to 19,500 is a massive leap, just to add the dealer approved thing on it and give it a warranty. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and sell mine privately first and then see what happens. I don't need to get a new car just at the moment. I've got until, say, February when the final payment is due on this one. But obviously, if there's a deal to be done with the ID.3 or the E2008, then I kind of need to move quickly to do that by the end of the year. So the car's going to be going on Auto Trader. It may even be on there now at the time of this video going out. So I haven't really been able to do as many test drives as I wanted to obviously feature on the channel and also to narrow down what my next car was going to be. My dad has got an E-Niro, so that was always on the cards to have a test drive of. But because they're in like a tier 3 area and have been for a while, it's not been possible to get anywhere near them. And also, I just don't want to run the risk either. I'm not going to put anyone's health in jeopardy just for like a test drive for a video. So that's why that one's not happened. But hopefully that will happen soon. In the new year, we'll be able to visit again and I can put it on the channel and see what I think about it. So thank you for watching. Probably a bit waffly this video, but it's just explaining my thought process about what I'm going to be putting into consideration when I get my next EV. It's going to be an ID.3 or it's going to be an E2008. So that I'm certain of. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share. If you put your notifications on, as soon as I know what video I'm getting, I'll probably do like a pickup video or something, so you can see and experience the covers being pulled back, so to speak. So see you next time.